and today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm interviewing a model turned boss babe. That's right, she was on multiple covers of Sports Illustrated and now owns a business worth more than $1 billion. I'm talking about Kathy Ireland, so stay tuned for that. We talk about family life, her book, Fashion Jungle, as well as how her business was able to adapt to life changes this past year. So stay tuned and enjoy. Thank you so much for meeting with me. This is totally unexpected. And I want to first off apologize if I seem a little scattered. You've got so much going on that there's so much to talk about and a short amount of time. So I'm just going to kind of touch my bases here. First off, a couple years ago, actually, we spoke on the phone. So it's really nice to actually see you in person now.
Oh, it's great to see you.
I love to read, and Fashion Jungle, which is right there behind you, is a book that you've released. And can you tell me a little bit about it? I was so intrigued.
Oh, thank you, Alexa. I never dreamed I would write a novel until I met Rachel Van Dyken. She's a New York Times bestselling author. In the last century, I worked in that industry, and oh my goodness, so many lessons I learned. And so Fashion Jungle, it's a cautionary tale. It really exposes kind of the underbelly of that industry, but Rachel has woven in just fun, romance, entertaining stories that make it just a really enjoyable read. And also, I think it's very eye-opening too.
How come now? You said you met Rachel, but I'm sure you must have given this a little bit of thought in the past.
You know, it's I didn't think that I would be involved in the writing of a novel. I'm that person who, when moms or kids come up to me, I want to get into the modeling industry. I'm cautionary. I'm telling them what they need to look out for. This was long before the Me Too movement, but unfortunately, there's a lot of predators out there. We have to be involved. And something that I love at the back of the book, we give information, we give hotline numbers. If you're aware of anything that just doesn't look right, just to please give a call, because human trafficking, it is the fastest growing illegal business on earth. And unlike drugs, human beings can be sold over and over and over again. And so from being in the modeling industry to now working in business, tragically, when human beings are no longer profitable in the sex slave trade, they're often sold into forced labor. So it's something we all need to be aware of.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a great way to get the awareness out there. I was reading online some reviews, and there are some great positive reviews for this book. And a couple of them have mentioned turning it into a movie. Is that something that you could forecast in a new project of producing?
You know, we have been approached and are in discussions about movies, television, so many projects and products related to just the life of Fashion Jungle. We've already got swimwear and sleepwear under Fashion Jungle, and as well as rugs and furnishings. So it's really been inspiring to everyone we work with.
Would you consider making a guest appearance?
I share with people, I'm not an actress. I've got the movies to prove it. So it's certainly not a strength of mine. If there was anything that would be helpful, I like to be on the other side of the lens. And our company, we do work in many different sectors, from fashion to real estate to fintech, and to entertainment. And our company with EE1, it's the entertainment sector of our business, just released the single Blackbird. Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr., they're 7-time Grammy winners, amazing. And Blackbird just made it to #1 on R&B pre-sales. And we do this with our partners at BMG. And just incredible people, Nick Mendoza, Natalie Hannah Mendoza, wonderful people involved. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar just gave them an amazing shout out. We're so grateful.
I feel like with you, one thing kind of leads to another, and then you've got like this huge list of accomplishments.
Oh, thank you so much.
So when you pivoted from modeling into your business, what was something that you were able to take away from the industry of modeling?
I think the biggest lesson, Alexa, that I learned from modeling, or the biggest gift rather, was the rejection. So, I mean, that's just part of your daily life as a model. And so in business, when people would laugh at my ideas or not take me seriously as CEO or slam doors in my face, No didn't bother me. It didn't destroy me. No meant now we're talking. I'll come back tomorrow. Maybe your circumstances will have changed. Maybe you will no longer be in a position of empowerment. Maybe you'll be in a better mood. But I didn't appreciate that gift at the time, but my goodness, rejection truly is a gift.
Yeah. And definitely, there's male dominated industries like with you at your level, and you're very soft spoken and kind. And did you ever feel like you weren't taken as seriously or disrespected a little?
Oh, thank you, Alexa. You know what? One of my biggest compliments came from Sharon Osbourne, and she said, "You are really tough." And I love that because I want to be a mother bear, and I want to protect our customers and protect our team. And I think you can be tough and you can be kind at the same time. My mom is an amazing example of that. But yes, I mean, Alexa, you talked about male dominated industries. That started when I was a kid, when I dreamed of having a paper route. When I was finally old enough, my dad kind of gently shoves this ad under my nose, and it read, "Newspaper carrier wanted. Are you the boy for the job?" And I wrote to the paper, "I'm not the boy, I'm the girl. I can do this route just as well as any boy." When I entered the home industry, it was at a time when people who were known for other careers were not having they weren't working in the home industry. My first sales meeting, I loved sales because sales is the lifeblood of every business. Nothing happens without the sale. I learned so much from our sales team, and I love to share with them the inspiration for all of our work. But when I arrived, it was wall-to-wall guys. And I thought, being new to the industry, I thought, well, maybe the women are at a meeting or something. And I asked somebody and they said, "Nope, this is it." And so I just asked the question, I said, "What percentage of your customers are women?" And someone said, "About 97%. And I just said, I said, "What do you think about some balance?" I mean, I love the guys, but I'm all about balance. And I think that's really a good thing. And we've seen that over the years. I mean, we still have some ceilings to crash through, but I'm encouraged and I'm grateful to the women out there who have gone before and just made such strides and are doing such amazing things.
Absolutely. What would you give as advice to someone that is experiencing that?
I would say don't let someone else's opinion of you define or destroy you. Don't allow anyone to put you in a box. I'm way too odd shaped. I don't fit in anyone's box. Fight through it. Be strong. Know why you do what you do. Have conviction for what you believe and persevere. Don't give up. I mean, just if you believe in what you're doing, fight through. If somebody says no, seek to learn why and how can I do better. How I think we'd be a really good fit. Help me understand why you disagree. So really seek to learn, but don't give up. Have perseverance and resiliency.
Yeah. And I think this past year, with all the lows and even more lows, it seems like people do have a new perspective. And I feel that people that have stepped back and observed their life and their work situation, life situation, they're coming at it from a new angle now. And it can make a big positive change here. But with your business and your personal life, what's something that you've been able to learn from this? Because this was totally unexpected.
Yes, I mean, it's impacted everyone, and fortunate that I work with an amazing team. I mean, we've been together many years, and we've been able to pivot very quickly and then pivot again. And I think really having our eyes on what do our customers need? How are they living? What solutions can we bring them? And change, I mean, change is something that oftentimes people don't want, but it is a given. And it is so much more powerful to initiate positive change than rather just being forced to react to the change that is coming. So this is not the last change that we're going to see. So being able to be nimble, anticipatory, and really listen and be alert to how people are living. Something that we launched since the pandemic is Kathy Ireland Small Business Network. And this is in an effort to help small businesses not only survive, but thrive and scale. And also Kathy Ireland American Home, and it is affordable housing throughout the country. We have a focus on serving our military families. We also have our luxury estates around the world, really looking to serve people wherever they might be in life. So needs are changing and they will always be changing. So we just have to be very alert and aware and be able to be of service.
You take everything that comes to you as a challenge, you're ready to fight for it. You've always kind of been that way, very resilient. No stopping you there. That's for sure.
Aww.
So with, all these businesses, I feel like every time I look at your Twitter, I learn something new about you. I feel like every time. And the list is never ending, but you play so many different roles, and you're wife, mom, and friend, and you need Kathy time too. So what do you do to keep it all together? And you're very calm and not, barking at people.
Thank you, Alexa. I think it really comes down to figuring out your values and putting boundaries in place to protect them. And for me, it's my faith, and then my family, and then being of service through the work. And when I don't honor that, I'm a disaster. I'm just not effective at anything. So it's really critical that I do honor those priorities. And I think working with a team is very helpful. And so I encourage people, find people who are supportive of what you're doing, people who love you enough to tell you the truth, and they'll be honest when you can do better, when you can make better choices, people who will really be that direct with you and love what you do, have a passion for what you're doing.
My parents actually, they own their own business. And one of the struggles for them, from time to time, is separating business time from personal family time. How are you able to do that?
It's Alexa, it's having the boundaries, and our business family have really become family over the years. So that makes it a little more difficult sometimes to really define those values. And many people with family businesses, that's what it's like. So great respect to your parents. What I would say we do is, it's like put the phones away. When we have family time, we put the business away, put the computers away, and really try to focus on one another and listen to one another and just protect that time. And I try to do that for our team members too. Of course, there's going to be times where weekends are needed or 24/7s are needed, but really trying to honor everyone's off time and let it be just that, give people a chance to recharge. It's necessary.
Yeah. So what's a normal day like for you?
I don't really have a normal day. Every day is different. I would say the one consistency is my days begin and end. First meeting of the day, last meeting of the day is with God. He makes all things possible.
That's awesome. And very quickly, I want to touch on something that you announced not too long ago, and that is the new addition to your family. Congratulations, you're now a grandma for the first time.
Thank you.
Gosh, so cool pictures. She looks just like you.
Thank you. Daisy is just, she's completely stolen my heart. I love her so much.
Yeah. Have you come up with what she's going to call you now?
We're kind of in discussion. I was kind of good with grandma, but people have some different ideas. So I think we're going to see what Daisy wants to call me.
What life lesson would you like to teach her?
I would like to teach her to keep her eyes on the Lord, not her circumstances. And with him, all things are possible.
Love that. I look at you as such a different person from many other people. You make me want to be a better person, spreading kindness, and in your efforts and everything, they are very noticed.
Oh, thank you, Alexa. Thank you so much. You are so kind and brilliant, and congratulations on your career. Really appreciate being invited. Thank you.